Well, that theme tune's awfully familiar. Hey guys, SaxDude26 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure. Last time we finished off Goku's story mode, but now we're at a completely new title screen because for what I have planned next, I decided I'd show off the difference of the other language versions of this game. Primarily the Japanese version, because I could show the European version, but really, this one's the most different. So after beating Goku's story mode, we got a little star next to our save file icon, and we've unlocked a fudge ton of stuff. Extra mode down here, which we're not getting to just yet, and some mini games, which are the rough breaking one we did on Master Roshi's Island and the Korin catching one we did at Korin's Tower. But on top of that, we've also unlocked another character for story mode. And that's what we're going to move on to now. Now we are playing the game as Krillin. Krillin fights considerably differently to Goku, but for the most part it's not really that arduous a business of learning the controls all over again. He fights exactly the same way as he does when he's an opponent in Goku's story mode, but with a couple of extra differences. And of course, since this is the Japanese version and not the American version, the voice acting is using the Japanese voice actors, so it's a nice difference. Again, the reason I'm not going to show anything with the European version is because, for the most part, the European version is just an English version of the Japanese game. So, for the sake of the most difference, that's why I'm going with the Japanese version. As you probably noticed, the title screen music's been changed to that of the anime, and that wasn't in the American version, mainly because of, you know, the usual business of copyright with localization and all that nonsense. So hey, it kind of feels bad to pass that up by playing the European version, so that's why we're going with Japanese. And why we're Krillin and not Krillin, but yeah. Romaji aside, yeah, going on as Krillin. And Krillin retains all of the upgrades that you got as Goku in his story mode. So we have full energy, we have full health, and we can also use a very big high jump because, you know, Krillin needs to make up for the fact that he doesn't have a power pole. And unlike Goku, he can use that wherever he wants. So for the most part, Krillin plays pretty much the same as Goku does, just with the fact that he can't deflect or do any of the power pole related stuff. And instead of using any of the melee combos that Goku would use by pushing the L button, he instead has the solar flare. So, yeah. It's a nice touch to be able to actually play as Krillin, because as you're going to find out on a lot of the other Game Boy Advance, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z games, you don't get this opportunity very often. And Krillin is definitely a very versatile player to play as in this game, so definitely a very worthwhile addition. So yeah, another thing you probably noticed with Krillin's story is there are absolutely no cutscenes. So it's pretty much a condensed version of story mode, just with a different different character to play as. And this also means that a lot of the capsules have been moved. I'll get onto that in a later level, mainly because it's a little more evident to show, but yeah. Okay, get through this fight instance, and we're nearly at the boss. Okay. It's gonna be very difficult to get used to the fact that I can't deflect bullets anymore. Because with Krillin's moveset, he doesn't have anything to deflect with. Like, I don't actually think he can kick back grenades either, so this is gonna get a bit fiddly. I mean, Krillin has his advantages, but at the same time, he may end up dying a whole lot more than Goku, but that's pretty much par for the course, isn't it? Yeah! Okay, so now we're at the fight with the Kuma Mercenary. Or the King more so, but nevertheless. to start the game with a fully powered Kamehameha. Good grief. Anyways, there we go. First level done. And with that, we actually get our first unique capsule to Krillin's story mode, which is the Black Nimbus. Of course, since the next level is Oolong's village, we need to have some way of actually doing that boss fight, and so Krillin gets a purple version of the Nimbus Cloud. Okay. That Kamehameha is going to make things a lot easier. This is going to make things a little too nerve-wrackingly easy. Oh boy, I nearly couldn't breathe there. But yeah, this is going to get a little ridiculous, methinks. Yeah, Krillin's story mode is not going to go anywhere near as long as Goku's did, so I wouldn't call this a story mode in its own as much as extra material by this point, so stop burning your Tookus! Again with the Tookus of burning! Goodbye, Oolong! Cease your nonsense! Go away! Skippage of cutscene, and next level I think will be the little boss. Do I actually fight? Yes, I do actually fight Yamcha. Excellent. But of course, since all of the cutscenes are removed, it means we actually get to skip Fire Mountain, which is fantastic. Because of course, we've already got full energy, we don't need to learn how to use it. Okay, careful. There we go. Your high kick. I do love the fact that Krillin's upward kick is so powerful that it can actually just knock people into the sky when they're not doing that. This is going to be fun. This is going to be very fun. There we go. Done a pois. 3 levels in. We are going pretty darn speedily, if that is even a word. Don't quote me on that. So now we get to skip Fire Mountain and go straight to Pilaf's castle. Speedy go fast. Thankfully, since we've got a whole lot of the capsules already with Goku, it means no, we don't need to worry about stuff. The red doors are still closed, so yeah, all the red doors don't open until we get to extra mode, which we'll be getting onto once Krillin's all said and done. Okay. Actually doing pretty well health-wise, so I'll skip the cheeseburger. Whoa! With your nonsense! Bad wolf. I've been watching too much Doctor Who lately. Jeez, I'm just pulling out references that have no continuity to anything. What the fudge? Anyway, where the power pole upgrade was. Again, we got that with Goku, so I don't need to worry about that. I think the case, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure since Krillin and Goku's story modes are linked together, it means that any capsules that you miss with Goku, you can then get it with Krillin. And save for a couple that, you know, you get because of the point of the story that you've reached with Goku that are mandatory, but I'm pretty sure I could have actually avoided getting the bunny costume in Pilaf's castle until the Krillin playthrough, mainly because now I'm taking the bottom path of Krillin, and also because, yeah, exactly, the story modes are linked together, so... But, yeah. I may be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's actually the case, and if so, I feel kind of silly now. Yeah. Anyway. But if that is the case, then, you know, the story mode capsules do pass on. That would make sense, because otherwise Krillin only really gets 3 capsules that are mandatory in his story mode. And we already got one of them. They all come after we go through specific cutscenes. So, yeah. That would be the way to the... Would that be the way to the bank? No, it wouldn't be the way to the bank costume, I don't think. Maybe it is, maybe, I don't know. Can't remember. It has been too long. Now, this is the way to the bunny costume. Believe? Yes, it would be. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Up here. I want to go in. Can I skip this and... No, I can't wall jump up there. There's not enough room. Never mind. To work on my grenade kicking with Krillin, just to see if I can actually do it. Okay, I can actually kick with Krillin, never mind. So I can't deflect bullets, but I can at least kick back grenades, and that's better than nothing, so... I will take that very kindly, thank you very much. Alright. Alright. Last area now. All we need to do is pretty much just run past everything. Extra life is over here. Krillin's head on it now. More boulder running. More boulder running. Skip that entire section. Oh, I love Krillin's high jump. It is brilliant. Skippage fun that I shall have with this. Is that another? No. Okay, we're at the top of the screen now, so we shouldn't need any more high jumps of mandatory progression. Need to get rid of those soldiers. And the one tucked in the corner here. Chicken. Time to fight, peel up and shoot. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oops. Uh-oh. Golly. I think I'm gonna run for my money. This is a little ridiculous. You have to be peel off. How should I be having difficulty here? Come on, shoot. Ow. That's not what I meant by come on. There we go, lovely. There you go, peel up stuff was taken out pretty quickly. Probably have enough room for one more. What's the other one? Oh yes! Training on Master Roshi's Island. And this will be very quick. Hell yep! I'm gonna have too much fun with this high jump, I can tell. Provided I don't fall in any bottomless pits, but hopefully I won't need to worry about that. Speaking of which, nearly did it. Okay. We can actually make avoiding fight instances pretty darn good. Which would be fantastic. Both of those I have to deal with the better. I know. Points equals extra lives, but still. We're nearly at the end of it already. Well, at the end of the start to middle portion. We're nearly halfway, but still. Getting pretty quick. Now just need to make sure you don't fall off the bridge due to a wolf's craziness. Extra life, and back we go. Because of course we've already got the capsule with Goku, so we couldn't really put the capsule there again. So back we go. Yep. So glad this bridge doesn't have holes in it as well. Okay. Making dealing with the spike trap very easy. I'm liking this. Best way to go through a beat 'em up by not attacking anything. Oh golly. But I mean it's a good idea to do this for this level because I mean we know there's a boss fight at the end of this and that we're gonna need our health. So the more health I can retain, the better. Probably. Upwards kicks take a while to get used to though. Breaking blocks, definitely. Up. Should nearly be there. And of course, since we're playing as Krillin, the boss fight is with Goku. Who's still in his original outfit. How about that? And of course, since we've played as Goku, we know what to expect. He's a lot more aggressive than Krillin is. As you'd expect from the main protagonist. That melee attack is going to get very annoying. He blocks way too easily. This is crazy. Stop it. Yeah! There we go. And thus Goku is down. And we get to skip a very arduous tutorial on 1v1 fighting. Fantastic. But I think we're gonna cut it here. So next time on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball, Krillin will be going off to the World Martial Arts Tournament. Until then, this has been Saxdude26, and I will see you next time.